I took my kids to a water park last weekend because school's about to start back and I wanted to boost their immune system. I mean, what better way is there to work out your antibodies than by bathing with 1,500 strangers? It's kind of like Thanksgiving dinner, you know. Everybody brings a little something with them. Except at the water park, it's not chips or Capri Suns. It's nasty shit like gonorrhea, urine, syphilis, kids that aren't mine. But even still, I had a woman yell at me for not wearing a mask in the pool. I was like, you really worried about COVID right now, lady? There's a turd floating beside you. Bitch, I could splash you right now and give you pink eye, and you're worried about a sneeze? Fuck that. So I'm already pissed, and then my son comes up and says these kids are bullying him because he's scared to go down the water slide. And I'm like, alright, where they at though? I was like, you got 3 options. 1, you walk your ass back over there, tell them you don't give a damn what they think. You ain't got to do nothing you don't want to do. And their mama's a hoe. 2, you can face your fears and go down the slide. You end up having a good time. Or 3, I walk over there and drown them in front of their families. Then my wife chimes in. She's like, you couldn't drown those kids. I was like, well, yes I could. It would be so easy. They're very weak. But my son decided to face his fears and go down the slide. And he asked me if I'd go down with him the first time to make sure it was all right. I was like, of course. There's nothing to be afraid of. But the problem was, I didn't know the slide that was in reference. We come walking up to this motherfucker, and it's just an 8-story high replica of a Helen Keller Hot Wheels track. The physics of it just didn't make any sense. There's a loop-de-loop. I watched a lady do a cartwheel down the whole thing. I don't think it was intentional. And kids are just flying down this thing like they're on a conveyor belt in a Wayfair factory. I could tell my son was getting nervous, and he was like, Dad, I don't want to go that fast. I was like, I'm going to tell you a trick. I said, when you're going down, just spread your legs like a starfish and it'll slow you down. Which turned out to be perfect advice if you were looking for a cheap way to clean out your colon. It didn't slow us down at all, though. We went down that motherfucker quicker than a kid on Epstein's Island. My son's flopping around like an epileptic DJ at a fucking disco, so I'm having to hold him up like we're on Pride Rock as I'm getting waterboarded by toddler piss. So we're basically doing the Dirty Dancing pose the whole way down, except my son's not staring into Patrick Swayze's eyes, he's looking at this. By the time we hit the water at the bottom, I could feel my penis hanging out of the bottom of my shorts. Not because I'm well endowed, that's just how far they got pushed up. So now all the kids weren't laughing at my son anymore, they were laughing at me. And I don't know if it was because of my baby dick or the fact that I almost drowned in 3 foot of water. But before I could say anything, my son jumped up and was like, y'all stop talking about my daddy before I drown you in front of your hoe-ass mamas. So I think he's ready for 2nd grade.